Hi guys, welcome to Songs with Belle-Skinner. I'm Belle-Skinner and today I'm going to teach you how to play Spellbound by the band Pinc Louds from New York City. They're friends of mine and I made this ukulele cover video back in 2020 and I got a request to do a little tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do today. And if you want to check out, I have a finished version of the song on all streaming platforms. I'll put a link to listen below. I'm super proud of this recording. It's one of my favorite recordings and I put it on a Halloween EP, so just in time for this year's Halloween you can take a listen. There are some other songs on there too about love being magical. So yeah, this song is pretty simple. It's got some scary sounding names for chords, but I'll teach you a trick on how to remember those easily. It's basically the same shape anyway. So let's get started. Okay, so the first chord that we're going to learn is a G sharp half diminished, or also known as G sharp minor 7 flat 5. For those beginners to music theory, please don't panic. It's not that hard. This is how you make the shape. These 3 fingers go on the 2nd fret on the these 3 strings, and then on this string, the G string, we'll put a pointer finger here. So 1, 2, 3, all on the 2nd fret, and then this. Okay, so that's a G sharp half diminished. How do we know that it's a G sharp half diminished? It's because this is a G string, and G up a half step or up a fret would be a G sharp. So that's kind of how you name notes in music. You can take this shape and slide it up. All the strings are covered with a finger, so there won't be any open strings messing up the sound. So G sharp half diminished, then what's the half step up? You slide it all up, then you would get A, because A is after G sharp. So it's G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, you know, kind of like on a piano. This chord is also going to be in the song, that's why I'm teaching you. It's A half diminished. Then we got, slide it up one more, we got, so G is open, G sharp, A sharp. Okay, so those 3 chords are going to be in the song. Okay, so back to G sharp half diminished. Okay, let's do the strumming pattern. You're going to use all 4 strings and these 3 fingers. Thumb, thumb, pointer, middle, so all 4 strings. Then go reverse direction, so thumb, pointer on the E string, and then back to the thumb. And then you hit the A, on the E string. It's kind of hard to see. I'll do it up here. Thumb, thumb, pointer, middle, pointer, thumb, middle, pointer, thumb, thumb, pointer, middle, pointer, thumb, middle, pointer. Okay, that's the pattern. Practice that a few times, get it in your body, and let's move on to the next chord. Past the trunk of a ribcage of trees, past the corpse of a bird and a bee, there's a... Now we're going to A major 7, which is basically you scooch these 3 fingers up to the 4th fret, and you have an empty 3rd fret, nothing on the 3rd fret, and then it's kind of a stretch, but this is an A major 7. It's the same pattern in your right hand. Heart, there's a heart, and it longs to be. Now we scooch up this pointer finger up, and we're making a half diminished shape, so these 3 on the 4th fret and this pointer on the 3rd fret. That's the A sharp half diminished. Oh my! Back to G sharp half diminished. Dear, but I fear it's in vain. I Okay, now we're switching to a new chord. So we have G sharp half diminished. Now we're going to do G sharp fully diminished. What does that mean? Well, if you're a beginner to music theory, don't worry about this. If you know a little bit of what that means, a half diminished chord sounds like this. So the last two notes are do do, a female dear do. Like that's a major third interval. That's how the song I used to remember that. So we want to make this last note, move it down half a step. There's a little bit of construction going on. I don't mind that. Okay, so basically it would have to be kind of like a zigzag. And if you don't want to use all 4 fingers, this is the easy way to do it. Bar, pinky on this highest string, and then ring, and then that. Actually, ring on this middle here, so it's like that second fret, and then bar everything. So the bar finger kind of takes care of this string and this string. Okay, but basically, if you want to use all 4 fingers, the bar's too hard. It's kind of like a G7 chord with an added thingy. Okay. It's in vain, might as well throw your spells down the drain. Sorry, I'm flipping everyone off, sorry. Okay, A major 7. Now we're gonna do, keep this finger here and scooch this down to A. This note is A. A half diminished. 1, G sharp half diminished. And then G sharp fully diminished. Okay. Let's do it from the top. Past the trunk of a ribcage of trees, just as G sharp half diminished. Of the chord of the B. A major 7. Longs to be A sharp fully half diminished to believe. G sharp half diminished. Oh my dear, but I fear it's in vain. Fully diminished. All your spells down the drain. A major 7, I'll be off. A half diminished. On my own. Once a G sharp half diminished. G sharp fully diminished. Okay. This is the, I like doing that. And now we're gonna do strumming. Okay, how do we do that? If you're a beginner, just go. Spinning in circles. Get your hand used to that. Why are we spinning in circles? When did my feet leave the ground? This is A major 7, and under you, A sharp half diminished. Well, I hope so as the smoke rises up from the drain. Okay, get your hands used to that. That's fine. I like to sort of mute in between the strums, so I go. So I'm kind of slapping in between. It's kind of hard to get used to. Don't worry about it if you can't do it. And I actually kind of strum in between too. So I go. So I'm muting my hand, and it's a very subtly strumming. That's a lot. Don't worry about it. Just do simple. Okay. So this is the chorus, as you can see, G sharp half diminished. Why are we spinning in circles? When did my feet leave the ground? A major 7, am I under your spell? Am I under your A sharp half diminished? Because this note is A sharp, remember the 3rd fret up here. A sharp, A, G sharp, open is G. Okay. If you, yeah. All right. Am I under your spell? The smoke rises up from the drain. G sharp. Noise bells on the train. I'll be A major 7. A half diminished. G sharp fully diminished. I mean half diminished. And then let's do E7, which is almost like a G fully diminished, but it's basically boop. This E string is open, then ring finger up there. Or you can do it this way actually. Ring and da-da-da. So what's the difference between the sounds? This is more ominous sounding. This is more resolved sounding because we're going into the happy party part of the song. I'll be on my own. Same strumming, finger picking pattern. Once again. Once spinning circles. Okay, how do we do that? B minor chord, ring finger here, 4th fret, G string, and then bar these 3, or bar all 4, and then yeah. If you notice, I'm pulsing this hand because to save energy on your hands. I kind of don't think about it anymore, but it's good to only press down on the chord when this hand is strumming. So I release when there's no strum happening. What's the strumming pattern? It's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the typical ukulele strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? So I think I do a chunk on the second down. Yeah. Down, chunk, up, chunk, up. Down, chunk. A chunk is just like muting it with the fat part of your hand. But you can just do it regular. Now we'll do E7, sing it, A major 7. F sharp minor is just like a triangle shape. Ring, middle, index, triangle. Okay. So there's nothing on this A string. E B minor, E7. Some of you may not know this version of E7. You can also do E7 with a bar chord and like a D7 shape. So ring and pinky. Okay. This might be easier. If you're in a B minor and then just add a pinky, that's another way to do B minor to E7. Okay. Always spinning in circles, did my feet hit the ground, and when you spell, and when you spell, and when you spell, so. Okay, that's pretty much the whole song. There's like a part where it's like do 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 do. That's like the same thing as the intro. A major 7, D, 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 A sharp, half diminished, D, 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 4, 5. All right, now we just go back to the strumming. E7, A major 7, F sharp minor, B minor, and then at the end I kind of throw in a G sharp, fully diminished instead of an E7. A major 7. You say the oceans, G sharp, fully diminished. That's fine. And say you're not the ocean, F sharp minor. Didn't mind. Do you hear that sound? G sharp, fully diminished. A major 7. F sharp minor. B minor. Always E7. I did my F sharp minor. that a million times, and then at the outro, it's like the intro. I hope so. G sharp fully diminished. I hope so. So G sharp half diminished to G sharp fully diminished. Then A major 7. I hope so. A half diminished. Hope so. I hope so. G sharp fully diminished. I hope so. A major 7. Okay, that was a lot, but basically all you need to know is that there's the finger picking pattern, then there's the island strum, okay, either with the chunk or without. And then all the chord names. So if you are ever confused about a shape that involves the bottom 3 fingers and then your pointer finger on the fret immediately to the, if you're looking down at your uke, to the left of that, the name of that chord will be something half diminished 7, half diminished 7, whatever. And the top string note will have the name of that half diminished chord. So if I know, for example, that this is G, G sharp A, A sharp B, C, if I know that this note is C and I make this shape, that's a C half diminished 7. Okay, very cool. And if you want to make it a C fully diminished, you just turn it into the same shape as the G sharp fully diminished that we went over today. Yeah, it's basically taking what was here in the half diminished and lowering it down. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you found this video helpful in your ukulele learning. And if you did, please press like and hit subscribe because it really helps the channel to grow, and I'll be posting more videos, song videos, in the next few weeks and such. Hope you guys have a wonderful fall season and enjoy the song, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Past the trunk of a ribcage of trees, past the corpse of a bird and a bee, there's a heart and it longs